Hello, everybody. It's Queen of Light 1111 here with your new moon Monday energy check-in. Hope you guys had a great weekend and that everything is going well. We've got a really interesting reading here today. Lots of mirroring, lots of things going on here. What I did was if you're new to the channel, we have today the theme of the reading. We've got the theme for our masculine. So what's going on? And I always pull these cards first just to kind of get an idea. And then as I kind of work through the masculine's energy, it really starts to tie into the connection and what his theme is. We've got the theme for the feminine, same thing here, head, heart, and environment, very much matches. And then we have what's happening, what's the theme for the connection, and then we have the connective energies here. What I also did today was I got blessings for each, the masculine, the feminine, and the connection. And I asked, as related to that blessing, what does it have to do with as related to this new moon? So we have those energies as well. Okay, so thank you all for being here. Thank you all for liking and subscribing and for following me. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so there. My username is Queen of Light 1111. And I typically post readings there or special messages or channeled messages there. So if you're not following me, please do so. I most recently on my Instagram ran a kind of a poll just to see, because I've been doing a lot of workshops, a lot of teachings. I've been doing 2 a month around the needs of those that have reached out, or the people that I do readings for, or just as I'm channeling more for the collective, I've gotten some good downloads. And so I've created these workshops. We've done a few workshops around, how to be successful on the twin flame journey. We've done workshops around the divine feminine and her energies. We've done lots of different workshops. So I ran a poll just recently on my Instagram, and I asked my followers there and the people that even that don't follow, but they voted. We had over 1,000 people look, and so what we did was I asked, what is the next workshop that you guys would all like to see? And so the workshops that they polled on was how to let go of your twin as one option. And that would be a workshop around, it's a small group workshop. So I'm not doing long, like big, huge sessions. I'm only having 10 to 12 seats, and that gives us a way for us to all interact, see each other, and talk to each other. And so this specific workshop that I just added onto my website for November 10th is a workshop on how to let go of these needs and desires and wants and energies that just keep your vibration low, that keep you stuck in the hamster wheel. So we'll talk about what are some strategies around getting you out of a stuck cycle, getting out of the cycle of waiting for them to wake up or waiting for them to make a decision to choose you. We'll talk about why you aren't choosing you. So that's my first workshop that I have on November 10th. It's called Letting Go of Your Twin. So again, 12 seats only, and they go pretty quickly. So especially as soon as I do a YouTube video, those workshops start to sell out quick. So go to my website, queenoflight1111.com. The link is in the description box. That's workshop number 1. And that was 59% of people wanted to know, I think it was 59%, about wanting to know how to let go. Okay, so let me just confirm. Actually, it was 51%. Sorry. 49% of you wanted a workshop around understanding the twin flame journey. How can you navigate successfully through this journey if you don't really know much about it, what to do, how to work through it? What is this journey really about? And so in this workshop, this one is also on November 10th, we're going to discuss the different phases of the connection. We're going to talk about the initial meeting. We're going to talk about what that felt like. We're going to talk about then when you went into a relationship, and then into separation, and then what the phases are within separation when they come in and they feed and they leave, etc. And then we're going to talk about the separation, obviously, and then how do we get back into sacred union? So that is the second workshop. So again, 12 seats only. If you want to book your or get your seat, grab them now on queenoflight1111.com. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. Every single deck that I used, go to my description box. It's on my Amazon storefront, and you can purchase the decks there. You can get the names of the decks there, but it's on my Amazon storefront. Okay, what else did I want to say? I want to say thank you. Thank you again for supporting me, for being here, for trusting me with your journey and using my readings as a means to gain insight and better understanding. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Our masculine theme for today, we used the Ciro Marchetti Oracle of Visions deck, and then we also have the Arcanum Tarot as the clarifier. So look at this card. Look, I've never pulled this card out of this deck before. I didn't pull it. It flew out for him when I said, what is his energy today, okay, around his feminine? What is his energy? What is the theme of this reading going to be, Spirit? And we have this person in waiting. And so when I look at this, and I know it's a female in here, okay, initially, you know, because I'm channeling this now real time, initially, this to me felt like him waiting to communicate to his feminine, okay? And him waiting on either sending a message or making a call. But this person looks a little stressed out. And then you look at this little puppy here. This little puppy's like falling asleep. It seems like this person has been waiting a while. This feminine has been waiting a while for this communication, okay? Puppy's falling asleep, waiting. And so now we get this clarified by the wheel. So what do I get from this? What do I get from it? Number 51, first of all, it is a number 6, okay? So number 6 is all about harmony. Number 6 is all about, you know, coming into some sort of joy and harmony and balance. And so this card is all about messages. It's about deadlines. It's about anticipation. And so, you know, even in the book, the little poem here says, waiting, waiting, waiting. All my life, I've been waiting for my life to begin, as if somehow my life was ahead of me, and someday I would arrive at it. And arrive at what? The destiny, at his destiny, okay? So I really kind of get this feeling of this masculine that he kind of knows that his feminine is waiting for a message to arrive. Okay, but that message, you know, can bring anxiety and fear or hope or good news or bad news. But he knows the clock is ticking on him sending this message. He knows the clock is ticking on it. Okay, he knows that, you know, like the phone's not ringing. Nobody's picking up the phone. The bouquet of roses suggests like a previous response was received. So there's probably communication in the past, but maybe, you know, he hasn't communicated with her as of late. So this process of waiting for a response isn't merely one of passing the time patiently, okay? The immediacy or the tardiness of the response is also providing some insight beyond the message itself. So it's almost like he's thinking, if he doesn't communicate, she's going to get tired of waiting, okay? It almost feels like a deadline has been imposed, and it's tied to some sort of condition or ultimatum to move into this destiny. So what I'm getting, a theme for him is he knows he's waited a long time to contact his feminine. He knows that, yes, they've been in touch, but perhaps there's been this lull, and she's like, you know, I'm waiting, but I'm not going to wait much longer. And he is feeling that energy. He's feeling that energy. And granted, I don't feel like she said it, but I feel like energetically she has disconnected, and now he's feeling this condition, this ultimatum, this energy from his feminine that if he doesn't start moving towards his destiny, she might start moving away from him. Ooh. So that was that, okay? So her energy, what is her theme? Very interesting, because now we have this male, this man, and look at the woman in that bell-shaped jar. She's about reaching out. So she's energetically reaching out. And it's clarified by the Two of Wands, which is like, we're at a crossroads here. We're at a crossroads here. Are we going to come together, or are we going to take separate paths? Okay. So when this card comes out as her theme, this is about contact, reaching out, spiritual bonds, connections. Do you see her arm is reaching out to him? Her hand is reaching out to him. That to me feels like that energy that he is feeling. Okay, just so you guys know, I channel this real time when I'm reading, so I'm literally getting these messages right now. So when this is about spiritual bonds, this is about connections. So energetically, she's perhaps sending this message out like, you gotta reach out, buddy. You gotta reach out. In this life, we are spirit and we are flesh. When we forget that we're both, we suffer unnecessarily, right? And this card indicates that a need to take time for meditation and to connect with our higher selves is important, because it allows us to see the spiritual aspect, right? And see others more clearly and be able to reach out to them more easily. So spiritually, she's been reaching out. And so he now is in this contemplative mood, right? The mask before him, the mask that's on this pedestal here, indicates that he's stepped away from his usual role. He's stepped away from his mask. Okay? The flame there beside the mask is about the eternity of this connection. This is really also about, you know, her being his spirit guide. Her guide, she is his guide. And she's reaching out to him energetically with love, because she's divine feminine. She is in her heart space. And here, this is really saying, it's indicative that he's more than enough willing to move forward in his life, but he's just not taking the action. And so she's trying to guide him to the path, guide him to the path. And she has. So feminines, if you've been doing this, I'm telling you right now, it's working. He is feeling that energy, and he's like, oh my God, I might lose her if I don't make a move here, if I don't come forward. That's what he's thinking. So what's happening with the connection? I saw this card and I was like, ooh, that feels like the devil's energy. Look at this: temptation, desire, this apple, right? This jester, this devil, but it's clarified by the Ten of Swords, which I loved. So we're coming out of this stuck energy. We're coming out of the stuck energy. It's a number 29 card, which comes to number 11, which is a master card. And we have a 10, which is ending this cycle of being stuck, of being in a period of resistance, of being bound. Okay, when we come out of this energy, when we deal with our higher selves, we see the devil card as just a jester with a silly hat. Okay? We're no longer being tempted. We are no longer risking the well-being of our connection. We're no longer bound by our illusions. We have willpower now. We have character now. We have strength now. We are not succumbing to these lower vibrational energies. Okay? We are not, because remember, the Ten of Swords clarified it. That cycle is over. That cycle is over. So now, I also want to tell you what the bottom of the deck is for the tarot here. The Fool. This is a new journey. This is new beginnings. New beginnings. We're starting to take that leap of faith because we are not chained anymore. Okay? So now let's go ahead and get into the blessings. So our masculine, I said, what is he going through in this moon? Well, he's got the Moon Oracle. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Long night, moon, darkness. So through this last moon, right, so we're coming into this new moon, what he's been dealing with the last few days is darkness. And I said, give me a blessing for this reading, for this darkness energy, a blessing to find your way. So let's go ahead and get into what this means. Okay, what does this all mean? So in this Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, this is a number 40, which is a number 4. Number 4 is about stabilization. So in his darkness, he is trying to stabilize, okay? He's entered into a time of introversion. So if you haven't heard from him, if he's been inconsistent in his communication, it's because he's been in the dark. He's been introverted. He's going into a time where he's turned inward to plan and strategize, to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends to him later. He's releasing things that no longer work for him. Okay? The darkness needs to be there just as much as the light, because in the darkness is where we learn. Okay? So this very much in this dark moon energy, this long night moon energy, he's being blessed to find his way. So energetically, he is connected to his feminine to move forward to his destiny. So what's going on with our feminine during the moon? Well, she's got the new moon, very aligned. Our feminine is very, very aligned on her journey, on her spiritual path. Okay? New moon, new beginnings. This is what she's been focused on. She's like, I can't stay stuck. Can't stay stuck anymore. She has clarity. She knows what this journey is about. She is the Empress, okay? So she is in this new moon energy, and it's a number 2, right? Just like her 2 of Wands, just like her 2 of Wands. So when this new moon energy comes up, this is all about being offered a fresh start. The journey is beginning, okay? The journey is beginning for her. And she's taking her first steps towards something new. It's time to place emphasis on health and well-being. And she's accepting and rejoicing in renewal and in her new beginning. So she's very much in this energy of like, I can't stay stuck. I love my masculine. There's nobody's energy that matches my masculine. But staying stuck, staying, in waiting is not an option. I need a fresh start. And so her blessing here is, and this is a number 5, because it's a challenge for her to it takes work to come out of this hamster wheel, a blessing on her day. So every day in this new moon energy, in this new beginning, Spirit and the universe is blessing her on each and everything that she decides to do as she moves forward. So now what's happening with the connection? Remember right here, we're coming at a stuck energy, okay? What's happening with the connection? Well, the worm moon, faith. I'll tell you, I probably have only used this deck 4 or 5 times. Every time I use it, this card comes out. Number 31, number 4. That's about stabilization. And the blessing for this about faith is a blessing on your wisdom. So when this faith card comes out, okay, this is all about obviously having faith, right? Obviously having faith in the connection, having faith in yourself, having faith in your masculine, having faith in your feminine, having faith in the universe. But this is all about what's happening with this connection during the moon. Fertility and abundance is returning. Remember, 10 of Swords, we are out of the pain. We are in this new journey now, the Fool's energy. Things are getting better. Growth has started. Hold on to your dreams in adversity. I'm going to say that again. Hold on to your dreams in adversity and know that all will be well. It is in the darkest times that we find it hard to see the light, right? He's in the dark moon. She's in the new moon. Yin and yang. I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that come up like this. Yin and yang for them. They are very much in harmony. They are very much in their cycle. They're doing their dance, okay? And it's in the darkest times, like I said, that we find it hard to see the light. She's the light. She sent the energy. That is why we have this manifestation of a new beginning and an end after this end of this pain. Okay? It's hard to see when things seem hopeless. I know it does. It's hard that we can ever feel hope again. But when things seem to fail, it is really difficult, right? To draw up the resilience and stand up again. I will tell you, we've gotten the strength card for our feminine and strength card in the connection. We are gaining our strength through our faith that things are going to get better. We are having more complete faith in ourselves and in our higher power, that it is leading us to our greater good. Okay? And then the blessing here, the blessing, which is the number 36, which is the number 9, which is like we're ending the cycle. We're ending the cycle, guys. The blessing on the wisdom is it's really about, being wise, being in your intuition, being in connection with your higher self. It's about growing and developing and responding from a place of experience and consideration, married with instinct and intuition. Use your experience and consideration of the past and now marry it. Combine it with your instinct and your intuition. You've been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 swords in this connection. 10 swords. And now we are growing something new based on this experience and based on our wisdom and based on our intuition. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm not even done. I could probably stop here, but I won't. But I'll tell you, that's beautiful, beautiful energy. I just love it. I love it. I love it so much. So now let's go ahead and get into the energies of the connection, okay? So the head, heart, and environment for our masculine and our feminine. We're going to go ahead and start with the masculine and feminine energies, the themes for their head, heart, and environment. So I use the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, and I use the Energy Oracle deck here by Sandra Ann Taylor. So bottom of the deck for their theme is the universe and a woman holding a heart, okay? So this is really all about this. The universe is the last card. This is completion. Completion. We have completed all of the cycles, right? We're now starting a new cycle here. And so when this universe card comes out, this is all about, this is like the world card, right? This is all about, it's time to be rewarded. We've completed this cycle of the journey. This is about triumph, peace, liberation, and fulfillment. Okay? You've accomplished everything here at this phase of the journey. And now hearts are open. And this specifically is this feminine here, because the masculines, I feel like the last thing we need to do is get him solid in his heart space. But he's almost there. But this is very much that our feminine is still in her heart space, and I love that. Bottom of the deck specifically for the masculine head, heart, and environment is the Knight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, okay? So this Knight of Wands energy is like, this is the passionate desire to move forward, but he doesn't have balance yet. He's really struggling. This is not, we didn't get one queen in here. We didn't. But this is the energy for the divine feminine that he is thinking and feeling for her. And he's just like, man, I know this is a connection and I want to really rush to it, but I can't because he's got conflict in his head and in his heart. Okay, that's what's happening with him right now. For her bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. There was some definite energy around self-sabotage over this weekend. So this was around fears, about being stuck in her headspace, stuck in her fears, stuck in the past. And so the energy that we're reading for her today, that's why she's like, I got to move forward. I got to move forward. I can't stay stuck in this sabotage. I can't stay stuck in my head. And she's got a lot of swords cards. She's really being overly logical, rational. She is in her heart space. She is. But she's like, I'm sending you energy. I'm sending you energy, but we're at a crossroads here. We're at a crossroads. So I got to keep it moving to a new beginning and continue to be in my blessings, right? And for him, remember, he wants to move forward quickly, but he's like, whoa, did I miss my opportunity to my destiny because she's been waiting for me? So I'm in the dark trying to find my way. So this is like, I know this is my destiny. How do I find my way? That's that Two of Pentacles energy. I know it, but how do I get there? I know it, but how do I get there? I know it, but did I lose her? I want her or did I lose her? That's the imbalance, okay? So that's the bottom of the deck for the feminine. So let's go ahead and get started. Our masculine, when he thinks about his feminine, 8 of Wands in the Sun, right away, he says, I want to talk to you. I want to move forward. Right away, he's in that energy, okay? It's accelerated motion. Remember, we got Knight of Wands. He wants to come forward. This is really about speed, movement, flight. Like he feels It's a delay. It's an ending to all delays. He wants to move forward. He wants to talk. He's enthusiastic because he's in the sun's energy. The other thing I want to point out here, look at this, guys, is with this energy here, this wheel, look at that. That looks like awful lot like the sun in the middle. Do you guys see that? Looks like the sun, right? Well, here we go. The sun. He very much wants to move forward towards his feminine. He wants to move forward to her quickly. But he's definitely in the energy of like, did I wait too long? Did I wait too long? And so this accelerated, motion is, I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling your light. I'm feeling this energy. I know this is my destiny. But can I act now? Is there anything else that I need to do and fix within myself before I move forward to her? This Sun card is the first card in this Oracle deck. This is all about new beginnings. He wants to move forward into this new beginning. He does. This, for me, the Sun card is the happiest, most positive card in the deck. So when he thinks about his feminine, he wants to move towards her light. He does. He's divinely inspired by her. And he wants to have a new beginning with her. He does. That's what he's thinking about when he's in his headspace thinking about his feminine. So let's drill down deeper. What happens in his headspace? He's like gung-ho. He's gung-ho. What happens? Well, I'll tell you. Here's what happens. He comes out straight out the gate, right? I want to move forward to her. I'm passionate about her. I'm positive about her. I want her in my life. I want to create with her. Sun's energy. Boom, 10 of Wands. But this is a burden. This is where that imbalance happens. I'm so positive I want to be with her, but I got every burden, right? What's the burden? What's the burden? Four of Swords, healing. He's either healing physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, mental illness, physical illness, something. His burden is that he is resting because he's physically healing, mentally healing, emotionally healing at this time. And so he just feels his burden is, I want to go forward to her, but I can't because I'm in a circumstance where I can't move, maybe literally, financially, emotionally, but he's healing that, okay? Three of Wands. This is like a card of waiting. Right? This is a card of waiting to manifest something, waiting for your ships to come in, right? So what about this waiting? It makes him sad, Five of Cups, that he has to wait, that he can't come forward because he's not in his full power in his headspace. And so he's sad again, Five of Cups, duplicate. What's he sad about? Chariot, again, that he can't move forward. He feels so tied down mentally that he wants to move forward to her so bad, but he can't. So, you have two cards of accelerated motion. Now of the Chariot, which is even stronger card, but he's feeling so positive, but he is burdened by his inability to move forward, which creates sadness, right? Which is stopping him from moving forward because he's trying to balance out that energy. He's trying to heal for what? Wheel. That's the dupe right here to his theme. To move towards his destiny. And so I said, what about the destiny? Knight of Pentacles. He knows he's moving towards it, but it just feels slow. Slow movement. What about the slow movement, I asked? What is this movement towards? To getting on the journey, to leaving all of this pain and past and this retreat and this sadness, leave it all behind and go find his Two of Cups. He wants to get on the journey. He's like, I want to move. I want to move. I want to get on the journey. But he's just feeling very bound by his circumstances at this time that he cannot move. So she's in a little bit of the opposite energy, right? She's got sacral chakra. This is life force. This is life force, right? With the temple path. So when the sacral chakra card comes out, this is all about, what's in your, like what you want, right? Interestingly enough, also, this controls the glands, like the testicles and the ovaries. So she's like, yeah, I'm in my feminine, I'm in my masculine, Okay, this is like where the below your navel. This is about her desires, her creativity, her sexuality. This is about expression. And so what she's doing is all of this energy is flowing within her, okay? This like, what is this amber kind of energy is flowing within her. She's got her force. She's in her expression around the temple path. Okay, so this temple path has everything to do with her spiritual purpose and her support. And so when she's in her headspace, she's got this desire for her masculine and knowing in her femininity that he is part of her divine path. He is part of her destiny. Just like, this is like mirroring right here, guys. I'm channeling this real time. He's like, she's my destiny. And I know she's known it, but she's calling it out right away in her headspace too, right? You're my destiny. You're my destiny. You're part of my spiritual, my soul tribe, my spiritual path. And so this is her using her masculine and feminine sides of her to continue to move forward in her spiritual path, okay? So this is what she's thinking about. She's like, I got work to do. I have spiritual work to do. Yes, you are my destiny. Yes, you are my twin. But I have to keep moving as this woman in union with herself, okay? That I've got to keep moving towards my spiritual path. And that is her breakthrough, Ace of Swords. That is her breakthrough, that she needs to keep this moving forward. She cannot stay stuck in the Two of Wands. She can't stay stuck on the crossroads. Can't do that anymore. I said, what's this Ace of Swords about? Ace of Swords clarified. So she's really had a major like wake up, reality check, truth. She saw that she was getting a little stuck, Eight of Swords. And so she's got clarity over that now. And so she knows that she cannot stay where she has been staying. Okay? It's not an option anymore. That is her clarity. That is her truth. The truth was about this Eight of Swords, about her being mentally stuck. What is this mental stillness about, Seven of Swords? This is about her sabotaging her future, her happiness. Okay? So when she stays stuck, this is not about deceit in this format. This is not about deceit because this is in her headspace as she's relating to her masculine. She knows staying stuck in a cycle and not honoring her spiritual path is self-sabotage. Okay, there's also an energy here that she may have been sabotaging her connection with her masculine by her fears, by staying stuck in her fears. And so we have the Hanged Man. And so she's learning. This connection is suspended. I said, what about the Hanged Man? King of Pentacles. This is our masculine today. Because she is identifying herself as the Queen of Pentacles. She's like, this is at a pause. This is at a standstill with my divine partner. And so Four of Cups, I see the blessing. But we're in this same old, so I must retreat as well. Four of Swords, match to him. So her overall headspace, if that didn't make sense, is that she is unified in her femininity with her masculinity. She is in union with self, and she is moving forward towards her spiritual path. She knows that her masculine is part of her spiritual path, but her truth is that she cannot stay stuck in sabotaging her happiness with her masculine. And at this time, she doesn't want to sabotage this connection because of fears, because of worries, that they are in this Hanged Man's energy because an enlightening continues to occur in this connection with her masculine. And that right now they're in that Four of Cups energy, which is the same old hamster wheel. So Four of Swords, she's taken herself out of it. And his biggest burden is that he can't get out of it to come to her. Okay? They're very much mirroring. So now look at this. In his heart space, when he thinks about when he feels for his feminine, he's got the Shadow card and the Yin Yang. So I want to point this out before I forget it, because in her heart space, she's got victory and success and broken heart. Look at this. 6, 9. Do you see how if you put that together, it could be the Yin Yang? and he's got the yin yang. They're very aligned. They're very connected. They're doing this dance very well. I got to tell you, this dance, this flame dance, they're doing this very well. They've come a long way. And now the way they're mirroring, they're wiser, they're experienced, they're flowing with each other. He's like, I'm stuck. I can't move forward. She's like, I know, I'm pulling back. Boom, boom. We're flowing together. We're flowing together. And so now in his heart, when he is feeling for his feminine, okay, he is in this energy of the shadow, right? It makes a lot of sense because he got this card of the dark moon, right? This long night, darkness. This is what he got. And he's getting blessed to find his way. So in this card is the moon's energy, right? Makes sense. New moon reading. He's in the dark moon, and here we have the shadow. So this is about emotions, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in this life is at a standstill, right? I mean, he feels very either physically, emotionally, spiritually stuck because he wants to move forward, but somewhere in his 3D body, he cannot do it. And so this moon's energy is telling him everything changes, just like the moon has phases. Everything changes. And this card is calling him to action, that the time is now. The time is now to face your worst fears, that not you better, just like here, the time is now. Clock, 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 tick, tick, tick. She's waiting, right? And so she's waiting. She's your destiny. The time is now. Face your fears. Look into the dark shadows of that dark moon and confront and be courageous and move through the energy. Okay? Move through the energy because you can't stay stuck. The moon is not going to allow you to stay stuck. The shadow card promises that there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? That recognize that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall, you'll discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of your soul. This is a cleansing to wash things away. Right? He's also very psychic and sensitive right now, which may also be very intense for him in this energy. Okay? He's feeling his twin. He is feeling this union. This yin yang card in this deck is all about union energy. It's the number 22. Okay? It's a master number 22, which is also a 4, which is also about stabilization. This is about the yin yang. This is about the divine masculine and divine feminine. Look at this. The shadow card has 2 people on it, the light and the dark. The yin yang is also about passive and active, right? Intuitive and logical. So when this comes out, this is about, a time of receptivity, a time of gestation. Look at this. Gestation. This woman in this card about this connection is in gestation. She's got a baby in her womb. He knows he's got to move this. He knows in his heart he has to turn the wheel. Okay? He's understanding that there is a cycle, there's a time, there's a place to take action. So now what is he further feeling in his heart space when he feels for his feminine? So when he feels for his feminine, 4 of Pentacles, he's like being a little stubborn, he's a little guarded, he's a little rigid, right? He's just not showing all his moves yet because again, another number 4, right? So this is we got 4 swords, we've got 4 of Pentacles, and so we've got, I think we have 4 of Cups. Oh, she had 4 of Cups, but nonetheless, this is about stabilization. He's just not feeling like he's ready to move forward. Into what? 6 of Cups. This is about the soulmate connection. This is about, a reunion. He's holding on to this reunion in his heart. He's really holding on to it, but he's just not feeling like he can move forward into it. Okay? He does have this desire. 8 of Cups. Again, a dupe to his headspace. He wants to leave the past behind, and he wants to get on the journey. So what about this Eight of Cups? But he's got a lot of stress, right? So his heart and in his head, he's got stress. He's walking towards his stress because he can't move forward. Then I said, well, what's the stress about? Six of Pentacles. How am I going to be able to give to her right now? I don't feel like I'm physically in my power, emotionally in my power. I don't feel like I'm spiritually in my power. I know she's my destiny, but I'm healing, Four of Swords. So then we have this Knight of Swords. I want to speak my truth. In his heart, he wants to speak his truth. I said, what about the truth? His wishes. He wants to speak about what is his wish, right? What's the truth about? What's the wish about? Hierophant. That he knows that this is a connection, that he knows that he wants this marriage, that he wants this commitment. So what about the Hierophant? Four of Wands. Now we got another number 4. He knows. Hierophant, Four of Wands, like he knows he wants union with you. So he's like holding on to that too. He's holding on to wanting this union. He doesn't want to let you go either, but he's just not feeling like he can come forward yet. Okay? And by the way, save your comments around. I'm sick of hearing about him not being able to move forward. This is a marathon, not a race. So if you don't understand the journey and you don't understand that these things cycle and take time, then maybe that you need to join the workshop, because low vibe comments are like, oh, I'm sick of hearing about it. 1, I'm going to delete them, and 2, I don't tolerate them, because I have unconditional love for our collective, for our feminine, and for our masculine. So I don't want to hear it. Our feminine's heart space, look at this, the 6 and the 9, the yin and the yang, 2 very, very different energies, right? This is about success and victory. This is about grief and loss. This is what she's balanced in her heart as related to her masculine. 6 of Wands, broken heart. She's gotten victory over this broken heart. She's healed her broken heart. She has, thank God. But in her headspace, she's like, I know I'm sabotaging my happiness. So I have clarity. I've had a breakthrough that I also needed to heal. Okay. I also needed to pull away because I was also done with the same old, same old. Okay. So in her heart space, she's healed her heart. She's healed her heart. But, you know, she's a little logical. She's a little bit in her head space. So part of the process of heart healing is that you've got to know that you want to move forward. You got to leave the past behind, just like him, 8 of Cups. He's got it in his head space. He's got it in his heart space. He wants to get on the journey. And she's like, I do too. I'm on the journey too. I said, what is she moving towards? 10 of Cups. She's like, I want to be happy again. I want to be happy again. 5 of Swords. There's this defeat, this loss that she is learning from. Hanged Man, healing from. The Hanged Man is also in her headspace, right? This defeat, this loss, this energy that broke her heart. She's learned from it. She's walking away from it. She's walking towards her happiness. 7 of Cups. There is this energy still a little bit with her around her confusion, around fantasy, around not knowing which road to take. So she goes within, which is very high vibrational, to kind of gain clarity on which cup to choose, which way to go, because she's standing in her Queen of Coins power, which is she's creating for herself. She's nurturing herself. She's loving herself. She wants to ground this connection, but in a very healthy way. And so I said, what's the Queen of Coins all about? Strength. She is strong in her Empress power. The Queen of Coins for me is very close to the Empress. That is a card of creation, of motherhood, of being a strong feminine that is, you know, nurtures everybody, loves everyone, welcomes everyone, hosts everyone, but damn well can also be someone who can stand in her own power by herself. And that is the strength that she is in today. It's a special message for Earth sign feminines. What is happening in the environment of our masculine? Well, look at this. Love begins, caring connections. Man, this guy's all about, I want to move forward to her. I am feeling positive about her. I want to create with her. I know I'm going through a cycle. I'm in my feelings. I know I need to take action. And now in his environment, he's working towards this. Look at this beautiful Ace of Cups with his divine partner, this divine union. He knows it, man. In his 3D environment, He knows this is head and heart in this 3D. And so now this further confirms that he knows he wants love to begin. So let's further drill down into his environment, what's happening in his environment, okay? So in his environment, first card out for him, Six of Cups. Remember, that's in his heart too. He's holding on to his union, holding on to his soulmate. So now in his environment, we've got this energy of this soul connection again. I said, what about it? Ten of Cups. He knows, just like she knows, Ten of Cups, that his feminine is his happy ending. Eight of Pentacles. In his environment, he's working very hard on himself. He's working hard to balance his head and his heart space. He's learned lessons. And then we have the Tower. And this was great that it came up. He's learned. The Tower fell. And now he's moving out of the Tower. Six of Swords. I said, all right, what's he moving towards? Hierophant, the contract. He's awake. He's right. Hierophant, Four of Wands in his heart. He's moving towards the contract, ready to rebuild. But here in his environment too, he's observing her, maybe watching her. But this is also a card of delayed communication. And I said, why is that? Five of Pentacles, because he's just not fully healed yet. And when I talk about healing, I'm not really talking about like, oh, he was like not awake. He doesn't know what he's feeling. No, this masculine's awake. This masculine knows that his feminine is his twin or some sort of major soul connection. He knows that he wants to marry her. The thing that he is healing, the self-esteem, the lack he is feeling at this time is that there is something happening in his life, whether it is career, physical health, something like that that has disabled him. Because Four of Swords is a card of like you have an illness, you've gone to the hospital, you're being treated, there's whatever. That it's that kind of energy, and she knows it. Four of Swords, she knows it. So she's like, I know you're healing. I have compassion and respect for that, and I'm nurturing you in my Queen of Coins energy. But I also can't stay stuck in you trying to get out of this. So I'm going to continue to move this forward, but I'm sending you my light and my energy. I am the new moon when you are in the dark moon. I am sending the light that, yes, I have been waiting for that communication, and he is feeling the pressure of her weight. But what she's also saying is, I can't wait anymore. I'm not going to wait anymore. And when I say wait, I'm not saying she's sitting around waiting for him to call or text or whatever. You know, she's living her life. She's divine feminine, but there is this internal energy. Let's not deny that. We are still human. That, yes, we go about our days, but yeah, the random thought happens is that I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from him, but I'm going to keep moving forward in my life. He knows it. He's got the message. He knows he needs to show up, but there is something very physical happening in his career, in his health, in his headspace, and it shows here very much so. Interestingly enough, I just saw the number 16 on this egg here. I never saw that before in the Hierophant card. Is that here too? No. So here's what I'm thinking. Very, very spiritual number. I use this card forever. Remember, this is about fertility. Look at that. Growth. Now we have an egg about what he wants to move to. He wants to move towards this commitment and birth something. Number 7 is a spiritual seeker, spiritual truth. They're awake. They're awake. They already know. They know they're destined. He got it 2 times. He knows that she is his destiny. All right, let's go to her heart space. Her environment. What's happening in her environment as related to her masculine? Fulfillment of wishes. Angel of love. Well, look at this. He's got the Ace of Cups. She's got the Nine of Cups. He's got the Nine of Cups in his heart. She's sitting here in her energy of, I want to fulfill my wishes. I want to move towards my wishes. Yes, my masculine is part of what I wish for. Yeah, absolutely he is. Okay? Or she is, whatever. I'm talking about the masculine energy. But this is really about in her environment. Energetically, she knows. She's got some emotional satisfaction she's working on. She's working on her contentment. She's working on her enjoyment. She knows energetically that her wishes are going to come true. She knows that the universe has got her back. She's having you know, this faith in herself and in her connection. All right. And she's staying in her heart space in this angel of a, look at how romantic and beautiful that energy is. And that is definitely a card of her being in her heart space. Okay. This is also a card. It says tender connections. His is caring connections. Angel of love, caring connections, mirroring in the environment too. I love it. So this is all about, look at this. She's got this rose quartz crystal. She's got rose-colored wings. This is about love is approaching her. Her wishes are going to be fulfilled, okay? She's going to get that long and deep, intimate connection. She is. She is. All of these wishes of a tender connection will be filled. And I feel like him, with his caring connection, that's why she came out as Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, is because he can feel her care for him while he is going through whatever illness he is going through, whatever challenge he is going through. He can feel her care. And in her environment, you know, there is this love. Maybe she can feel his love for her. Okay? So now let's drill down deeper into her environment. So now in her environment, first card out is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Matches the Knight of Pentacles in his headspace, which is what, you know, he knows he wants to move towards his destiny. He knows he wants to move towards it, towards his wishes, get on the journey. So in her environment, she moves forward. Slowly but surely, she moves forward to what? To success. Six of Wands. Where do we get Six of Wands? In her heart space. Victory over the heartbreak. And so then what do we have? What is she moving towards? The success of a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. That is exactly the new moon energy for her. What is this new beginning about? Page of Wands. New inspiration, new creativity, okay? Moving towards new things, new opportunities. And this new beginning hopefully comes from her masculine in the form of him being in his heart space. I said, what about the King of Cups? And I got Death. And I said, okay, is that the end of him or like a transformation? And then I got the Eight of Wands. And for me, it's just about, it just kind of feels like two things. One, he's not communicating, right? Death, Eight of Wands, he's not communicating. He's not communicating from his heart, all right? So she just kind of feels like she's got to move forward into her success, into a new beginning, into this new creation, because her masculine in the environment is not moving towards her, okay? And so here, what do we have? Six of Cups. She knows that he's the soul connection. She's thinking about the past. What about the past? Queen of Pentacles. She's getting back into nurturing herself, standing in her Queen of Pentacles power over the past, and she continues in her environment to work hard on herself, work hard on her dreams, work hard on her wishes. Okay, because our masculine is not coming forward with his heart space yet. That's why. So now let's see what's going on in the connection. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Okay, that's about rational thought, being too rational. All right, bottom of the deck for the clarifiers, Ten of Wands. So I really feel like this energy has a lot to do with our masculine being in his headspace, in his challenges, trying to be logical. And so let us see what is happening in the connection. First card out, we got King of Coins, King of Pentacles. That's our masculine, okay? Her match today, but she's like, come to me with your offer and gestures of love. Come to me with your action of love. So what's happening in the connection, King of Coins? So what about the King of Coins? Three of Wands. He's manifesting something. Remember, Three of Wands came up here in his headspace where he's sad about manifestation. He's sad. Five of Cups clarified as Three of Wands. He's sad that he cannot manifest this union at this time. So our King of Coins here is saying, I want to manifest, but I'm in conflict. I'm in this battle, Five of Wands. How to manifest it. He's battling his headspace, his heart space, maybe his physical body, his emotional body, his mental body. He's in conflict on how to manifest. And then we have Four of Swords. Four of Swords came up for her and for him, both. So there is this healing that is happening with the King of Swords. He's healing his mind. He's healing his heart. Maybe he's overthinking how to come forward. And so that's why this retreat was necessary. So there is this energy of healing of our king, right? Getting out of his headspace. And then we have this Justice card. This is about apologies, coming forward, doing right, having balance in this connection. I said, what is the Justice card about? 7 of Swords. This is the apology of, I'm sorry about sabotaging. I'm sorry about what I did. This is her and him, both of them, not just the masculine. Because remember, she was stuck in her 7 of Swords. That's also the bottom of her deck. So what's balancing out is this energy of self-sabotage. What were we sabotaging? 10 of Cups. Where's the 10 of Cups? Here for her, here for him. So they're balancing out this energy. The universe is coming in and saying we are no longer going to sabotage this 10 of Cups in this connection. You can't sabotage it anymore. You both want it. So what happens? The divine comes in, the Star card. This is divine intervention in the sense of destiny. What is destined? Hope and renewal and healing. This is about guidance. And so what are we being guided to? We're being guided through the 2 of Pentacles. We're being guided through our imbalance. We're healing our imbalance and we're gaining our strength. Remember, she got the Strength card. Gaining our strength, 6 of Cups, to come into union. Remember, he got the 6 of Cups 2 times and she has it here as well. Gaining the strength to come into union and what? 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Move forward quickly, swiftly to our wishes. He got the 8 of Wands. She got the 8 of Wands. 9 of Cups here. 9 of Cups for her and 9 of Cups for him. They are very much aligned. They both know that they are each other's wish. They are both preparing for their union. They are stopping their self-sabotage. And our masculine, through his healing, has realized this is my twin, this is my life partner, and I want union with her. Okay? It's time to move forward to your destiny. It is time. If you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me there at queenoflight1111. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And I will be back again sometime this week. Bye.